The Child Welfare Society of Kenya, founded in 1955, is a leading government agency that works directly with other government agencies and non-governmental organizations, which help vulnerable children under the age of 18 years who lack adequate care and protection. They include orphans, lost children, neglected children, or children separated from their parents for whatever reason. This is conducted through a variety of programs in their many branches across the country. Kevin Kimulo is a branch administrator at Kisisi's oldest children's home, started in 1938, spells out on how these strategies work to help underprivileged children.
We do a lot of rescue because that is our main mandate. We rescue children in distress. We rescue children from several hours old, from even 1 hour old to any age, as long as it fits in the definition of children. We rescue these children from streets, from the hospital. You can be given a call from the hospital management, mostly those women who give birth and abandon those children in those facilities. They also bring children, the police also bring those children they have rescued from the street or from anywhere, or anybody who has picked a child coordinates with the police or local administrators, including chiefs and all people of goodwill. If we found out that these children don't have any background information or they cannot relate to anything, what we do, we apply another method called alternative family care options. These are options that we use as a final decision for the child. We exit these children through. These options include adoption, foster care, and guardianship.
The organization, unlike other children agencies, believes in constant improvement of the quality of life for the children in a very practical way. This is why Child Welfare Society, in collaboration with the Government of Kenya, has embarked on improving physical facilities in all its branches using modern technology in the construction industry to upgrade the shelters. The branches that are in the first phase of this venture include Isiolo, Kisii, Bungoma, Murang'a, Nanyuki, and Joska in Machakos County. Mutuya Muteri Asati, who is an advisor on projects of the Child Welfare Society at one of the construction sites, gives an overview of the ongoing constructions of the various homes in regard to population and gender of the children. He also touches on how children could use the towns near them in income-generating activities.
I've come here specifically to advise on this site. It's a site which is 2.5 acres adjacent to the main road to Nyamira, which is tarmac. The site has got all the access of electricity, sewer, and it's a well-trained site. What you want to propose for this project is that looking at the dynamics of the population in Kisii and the surrounding counties, is that the population is increasing. The number of children who require this facility as a foster home for some times is also going to increase. So we are proposing to develop high-rise structures. But at the same time, we'll work as much as possible so that they don't have that effect of an institution. We bring out buildings which have got an appearance of a home, and if possible, we'll be able to use for vertical access staircases and ramps. The reasons being that the children who are being brought to this site, they are coming of different ages, from very young children, and they stay sometimes up to the age of 18 before they exit to their community. At the same time, these children are brought here from both gender, male and female. That's an issue also to be considered. And the other thing also that we have to look at is that the site being a prime site, in the center of Kisii town, actually near the CPD, is that what are the commercial projects that should be able to initiate, which will be able to give the growing children opportunities to find part-time work to help them integrate to the community. Because when they live here, it's expected that they are going to carry out one duty on another to serve the country. So as we leave this place, we are going to carry on with the design of the master plan and the proposed structures. We'll also be able to work on the course. Apart from the architectural work that I'll be doing, there are other professionals who will come in also to do their bit. Those the structural engineer, the electromechanical, the quantity surveyors, and even the project managers who should be around to manage the successful process of implementation of this project.
The EPS, which stands for Expanded Polystyrene, which is being embraced in these constructions, will reduce construction periods by 50% and construction costs by 30%. EPS is used widely these days in the building and construction industry globally. The strength lies in the durability, lightweight nature, and versatility as a building product. Gitonga Samson, the site engineer under the company who has been using this technology for the past few years, gives a detailed explanation on the new technology.
The strength of the material, actually what we are using on site right now, the 25 kilogram per meter cube density, allows us to go up to 4 floors with minimal lateral support such as columns and beams, as I had said earlier, due to its strength to weight ratio. But there are other type of panels called the double panel that have high density, and it's always used together with the mass concrete in between them. That allows one to go beyond 11 floors depending on the lateral support that you have placed on your structure and also the size of the structure. I think I would really advise people to use the technology, especially the real estate developers. The speed aspect is it's very important when it comes to real estate development. You can actually start earning from your structure. You can actually start seeing the interest from your structure just few months down the line once you start construction. I think that is always the whole essence of using the technology. Yeah. So I would really advise the local real estate developers and even those who want to invest in Kenya to try the technology, and I'm sure they'll be happy.
The upgrade of the homes is one of Kenya's 2030 flagship and is aimed at enhancing the protection of children across the country. Peter Githinji, who is the Child Protection Officer of the organization, describes on what these newly constructed homes contain and the services they will offer across these centers.
Child Welfare Society of Kenya is upgrading the temporary places of safety by having an integrated child and family care center in Laikipia County. This is one of the projects that we're implementing across the country. Other projects that are being implemented across the country include Machakos County, Murang'a, Nairobi, Bungoma, Kisumu, Isiolo, Bomet, Baringo, Nyandarua, Turkana, Kisii, and Embu. We are implementing these centers so that we are able to provide adequate attention to children, especially children that are separated. We have so many children across the country that are separated from their families, and as a state corporation that is bestowed to the welfare of children, that is mandated to provide care to these children, we are providing facilities that have a family environment where children can come in and they will be reintegrated back into the society after being provided with services. We have 3 maishonettes whose work is ongoing. These maishonettes will provide a one-stop integrated service center where we will have professionals providing services to children, and these professionals include social workers, physiotherapists, clinicians, counselors, as well as educationists. Once we receive children in these centers, we'll be able to provide all these services together under one roof, and by the time the children are going back to the community, they will have been dealt with in terms of the aspects that have been facing them.
The newest technology currently being used in the construction of these foster homes helps in the conservation of the environment. Geoffrey Kisungula Askari, who was trained on the new invention 5 years ago, compares to other materials like bricks commonly used.
This new technology now you find we are protecting our environment, because that's one of the core mandate of this new technology. Because now you don't need to go for quarry they're easier. They protect our environment. We no longer use those quarry stones. We just have this, and then we actually limit the impact to the environment, and that's hence we are protecting our own environment. If, for example, like areas where people are using bricks, I would recommend we use this technology, because where we are using bricks, we are going to do what? There's a lot of deforestation and a lot of cutting of the beauty of the land is being destroyed actually, the landscape. Because you find people they have to do a lot of molding, using the soil, burning the bricks. In areas where we are removing the quarry stones, you find there's a lot of also challenge again, as I've said, there's so many open pits. So this technology actually you find it's saving on our environment.
The invention of the construction materials has a number of advantages to the building setup. Adriano Chimoy, who works for Newtomic, an electrical engineer, expounds on the advantages EPS has and what the materials are composed of.
EPS is fire resistant in that it is manufactured to resist. It is manufactured at a high temperature. Hence, if you burn it, it will not burn. Instead, it will melt. In the event of fire, for such a unit, you will have 4 to 7 hours of rescue from the building or any other items that may be inside. On this particular project, we've used both conventional in doing the foundations and EPS on doing the walls and the slab. So all the suspended slabs have been done out of EPS, and all the walls are done out of EPS. On this particular wall that I'm touching, or the panel that I'm touching, all is required is to erect the panel the way it is erected. It is aligned, put on the plumb line, and then is plastered in 2 phases. The first phase we plaster using sand, ballast, soft ballast, and cement. That is to give the building a concrete, in that once the building is done, it will have a micro columns which will develop as a result of the grooves that are on the panel. Then the final plaster is normal, that is sand and cement, which is just to give it the final finish and the smoothness.
The introduction of EPS technology across these centers has provided great opportunities for young people in these towns, where young people are more engaged and are able to make a living out of being a part of these constructions. Child Welfare Society's advisor elaborates on how young people are benefiting from the introduction of this newest technology.
Advantage that you have to know of any project in that when there's a project like this one going on, it's not only building the buildings, there is also the aspect about training. Some of the young people who come here, they are the ones who come from disadvantaged home. They could not be able to go to school and get the early education the way they wanted. But when they come here, they start as laborers. And with the time, they are being trained on how to become fundis. They are being trained how to use different materials that are being used at their site, so that you will find after 1 year or 2 years, the same laborer that you find coming this project, it becomes a fundi. Actually, in this country, I'll tell you that most fundis that we have, they have been trained at the construction sites. And that's the reason why that you find that even National Construction Authority now is recognizing these fundis, and they are giving them certificates so they can continue to work. And the other thing is that I don't know that there's a challenge. When you have 40 young people who do not have employment, then they are likely to trail off drinking, idling, and such things like that. Since this project came around, it has really impacted positively to the community around here, which is still, you can say, is a plus.
These new shelters will indeed help a number of disadvantaged children across these counties in their overall welfare. Former councillor and community elder Rowa Hassan shares on how the shelters has been a great benefit to the community.
Kuna jambo kadhaa wa kadhaa ambayo ilifanyika through Child Welfare Society of Kenya. Kwa mfano, kuna watoto ambaye hawajiwezi, yatima ambaye amekuwa kwa hiyo center, watoto ambaye imetuba straight, wale hawajiwezi, wale walemavu. Hayo yote mimi kama kiongozi leader nilishuhudiwa ikiweza kufanyika, hasa kwa muda ya maka sasa karibu 5 ambaye Child Welfare Society of Kenya walichukua jukumu ya kusimamia hiyo center. Ingine nafikiri kuna watoto kadhaa wa kadhaa ambaye wamefaidika through education scholarship, ambaye mimi ni kama leader najua wengi iliweza kufanyika, na mpaka saa hii wale hawangeweza kubahatika kusoma walibahatika kusoma, na mimi ninajua wengi wamemaliza hata kidato ya 4 ambaye saa hii wako kwa college ama university. Tunashukuru sana jambo ambaye imeweza kufanywa na Child Welfare Society of Kenya through management ambaye anasimamia hiyo child welfare. Kwa hivyo hata kuna ujenzi inaendelea mpaka saa hii. Kulikuwa na ukuta ambaye perimeter wall ilijengwa, mimi najua our local ilifaidika, sababu kazi ya mkono, kazi ya kumaga local materials ilikuwa ya community, wale walikuwa hapo karibu. Ninaona walifaidika through hiyo project, na wale wa vijana ya mkono ambaye walikuwa wanasunguka kutafuta kazi wameweza kufaidika kupata kazi kwa muda hapo. Kwa hivyo mimi kama leader natambua kazi ambayo inafanywa na Child Welfare Society of Kenya, na mimi nashukuru sana kazi ambayo transparency bila kupendelea upande yoyote.
The organization has its presence in virtually every county in Kenya. The Child Welfare Society of Kenya attempts to address these issues affecting vulnerable children in accordance with the organization's vision, which is to see all children and young persons leading a happy, fulfilling, and fruitful life.